Hello, folks. Say, I've got a swell story I want to tell you today. Champ and I are ready for action.
The Wrigley Company presents Gene Autry, America's favorite cowboy, and his horse, Champion, the world's wonder horse.
Hello, folks. Well, it looks like we have a tough day ahead of us. But Champ and I are ready for action. And when the going gets tough, I like to sink my teeth into a stick of smooth double mint gum. Chewing away for a while helps ease me down a bit. And that clean, cool double mint flavor gives me a nice little lift, too. And it freshens my mouth and taste in a way that I like. So I'm passing the suggestion on to you, hoping that you'll remember delicious, refreshing double mint gum when you want a grand taste and a grand chewing treat. Matter of fact, while you're enjoying our show for today, why don't you join me in a stick of double mint? Thanks, folks. Roundup time in Texas, and the bloom is on the sage. How I long to be in Texas, back a-riding on the range. Just to smell the bacon frying when it's sizzling in the pan. Hear the breakfast horn in the early morn, drinking coffee from a can. Just a-riding, rocking, roping, pounding leather all day long. Just a sweating, swaying, swearing, listening to a cowhand song. How it beckons, and I reckon I would work for any wage. Just to be again, to be free again, when the bloom is on the sage. To most folks there's a spot that lives forever, deep down within their fondest memories. Though I have been a rover, I have never found any place where I would rather be. When it's roundup time in Texas and the bloom is on the sage, how I long to be in Texas, back a-riding on the range. Just to smell the bacon frying when it's sizzling in the pan. Hear the breakfast horn in the early morn, drinking coffee from a can. Just a-riding, rocking, roping, pounding leather all day long. Just a sweating, swaying, swearing, listening to a cowhand song. How it beckons, and I reckon I would work for any wage. Just to be again, to be free again, when the bloom is on the sage. Looks like old Clem Hughes is going to sell some of the produce off his farm.
Well, I don't know. I don't know who to if he wants genuine money in these hard times.
He'll probably wind up just like the rest of us. He'll swap it to the general store for some sugar and flour and coffee and the like.
Hey, how's that buggy going to get around Clem?
I suspect the same way Clem will get around the buggy. Since he's chairman of the board of supervisors, that'll be a good problem for him to figure out.
Yeah.
Oh, what fetched you up this road, stranger, this time in the morning?
A fella back yonder told me this was the way to reach the Harlow place.
Don't look like you and me the ones going to reach any place until somebody makes this road wider. And that's liable to be a long time. We might be able to squeeze past back around that turn.
That means I'm going to have to back up.
And it sure does, unless you want to pitch camp right here in the middle of the road.
Well, I'm not very good at this driving. I'm afraid I can't.
Now, then we'd better change places. I'll get in your rig and do the backing up. Don't have to worry about my span. They know enough to stay on the road. All you have to do is keep your foot on the brake.
Well, I think I can do that all right.
Looks to me like Clem's going to make himself a long-distance record for backing up.
Yeah, the road's a little wider a ways up. Be a tight squeeze, but maybe they can make it.
You better climb down. Stand here at the head of your horses while I see if I can't get my rig shoved into place.
I'm sorry, mister, but driving a no-kind is my strong suit.
I begin to suspect as much. Oh, by the way, if you want to see Harlow in person, you can save yourself a lot of misery by coming into town with me. I'm expecting him at a meeting most as soon as I get there.
No, thanks. I planned this for a surprise. It'd be more of a kick if you found me there waiting for him when he gets back.
Well, if that's the way you want it, but these roads get no better fast, and after a time, they just kind of peter out.
Oh, I think I'll be able to make it all right.
It looks like Clem and the fella with him finally got things settled to their liking.
I think you can get through here now. Easy! Whoa!
Oh, Gene, hey, looky here. Don't leave me in a mess like this. Whoa!
Looking for Buckford, Clem?
Thanks, Gene. Oh, this is lucky all around. Saves the trouble looking you up.
Why would anybody want to look me up?
Need you to fill out a quorum. County Board of Supervisors are holding a special meeting. That's what fetched me in from the ranch.
Must be mighty important.
When a man's crazy enough to give his money away, county's got to accept official before he changes his mind.
There's nobody around here that crazy.
Oh, yes, there is, Gene. I began suspecting it when he started collecting all the brush and rocks he could north of the buttes and calling them a ranch.
Harlow?
Yep, Harlow. Well, if we're going to get to that meeting, we got to get a move on.
What about your pig?
Oh, he's maybe halfway home by this time.
Hey, Gene, Clem, help! I got Clem's hog! Help, I got Clem's hog!
There's your pig, Clem.
Help!
The reason this county is so gosh awful poor, gentlemen, is because it has such gosh awful roads linking it up with the rest of the world.
And the reason we have such bad roads is because we're so poor. We tried to raise money last year for road appropriations, and the most the tax collector could collect was
$17,000, whereas it would take $20,000 to get the state to include this county in its road building program. I got in touch with some of the boys up at the state capitol. The deal is still on. Here's a letter from the governor. And here's $3,000. I'll charge it up to the sheep. What's the matter? Don't you believe me?
Well, I don't know.
All right, let's count.
Mr. Harlow, aren't they trying to rush us a bit? This letter says we must have $20,000 in the state bank by today. The closest state bank's in Quincy.
The survey for the state road was practically all set. Well, you can see where it left us, right out in the cold. They're willing to make a change, but only if they know we've met our end of the bargain.
But why give us only one day?
Why not? The next stage will get us to Quincy in plenty of time.
Every time that stage has had more than $50 on it, it's been robbed. 6 times within 6 months. A lot of things about this county you've got to learn, Mr. Harlow.
Well, looks like we'll have to dismiss the stage idea. Unless maybe we use it as a decoy. Yes, that's the notion. We'll lead them to believe we're sending out something ripe and special by stage. Then the sheriff can slip out unnoticed with the stuff.
It's all right as far as it goes. But $17,000 of that money's in gold and silver. Pretty heavy load. How do you expect the sheriff to carry it?
There ought to be any number of rigs. My own buckboard, for instance. Why don't you come along with me, Sheriff? We'll make it look like you're going up to do a little grouse shooting on my Greasewood acreage. You won't, of course. On the other side of the buttes, we'll cut off on the old ranch road for Quincy.
That sounds reasonable enough. What do you think about it, Gene?
Sounds all right to me. I'll have a couple of the boys trail along with us, just in case there's any trouble.
Well, you boys have 17,000 at stake, as against my 3. The decision is up to you. But I'm afraid armed guards are liable to attract attention to whatever they're guarding. Don't you suppose after you and I can make our ideas work together? Only it's the stage you ride guard for. Keep attention riveted in that direction.
I'm gonna ride up the top of the butte, see if I can get a glimpse of Harlow's buckboard. It ought to be about the old ranch road by now. Guess you won't need me and Pat to get you into Quincy. Sounds like all the robbers are on the other side of the butte.
Get your hands up in the air.
No use keeping the game up, Ben. He's out cold. He must have struck his temple on the corner of the seat when I turned the rig over.
You expect he'll pull through?
Yeah.
This is something we didn't figure on.
Here. All you have to do is take it along, hide it out at the old rock at Buzzard's Pass. Then hit for the cabin.
What about you?
By the time the sheriff comes to, I'll have figured out the sweetest little story you ever heard. They'll start hunting when this stuff doesn't show up at Quincy. I'll be found all right. You better get out before the sheriff gets his senses back.
Look, Pat, in the direction of Buzzard Pass. See him?
Yeah, he must be on the road to the old Dill mine. It won't take him far.
I'm gonna find out just how far. Try to locate Harlow's buckboard and find out why all the shooting. Harry Harlow, General Delivery, Denver, Colorado.
Did you just happen to wander here after you lost your rider? Somebody bring you here.
What is this? What do you aim to do? You ain't got nothing against me. I never seen you before.
You must have seen a piece of me. You tried to blow my head off a while ago.
I never? What proof you got of that? I tell you, I never seen you before.
Well, I saw you, and you were traveling mighty heavy. A couple of weighted down saddlebags. Right after a buckboard was held up, maybe.
Not my bags, mister. Take a look for yourself. They're empty. Take a look at the place. Anywhere you want to. There's nothing here you can pin on me.
Nevertheless, I'm going to leave you here just like you are, while I go check in with a friend of mine. Maybe a friend of yours, too. Harlow's his name.
Look, Sheriff, this must be about the millionth time I've gone over this. You and me were driving along the old ranch road, somewheres east of Buzzard Pass.
Oh, I remember where we was. I remember about some highbinder opening up with intention to kill. Likewise, I remember clear about entering into a shooting match. But along about there someplace, things begin to get fuzzy, huh?
Do you remember anything after the rig started turning over?
Oh, I guess I remember about being scared for a part of a second, but that's all.
Look, Sheriff, I told the fellow who found us piled up beside the road all about it. I repeated it I don't know how many times in front of the dock here. I'm just wasting my time here. I'm going out and see if I can lend Autry a hand.
Wait a minute, that's the part I just don't understand. What is this all about Autry?
Why, he's out chasing a robber. Anyway, he thinks it's a robber. You tell him about it. You know it better than me.
Well, seems that, we was...
Oh, did you get him, Gene?
Well, Autry.
What about
Nothing
the
to
man?
worry about, gentlemen. This is for you, Clem. Say, what's this, Sheriff?
A rig turned over. I guess it was a case of me knocking myself out.
If you're able, you better take charge of this. We're supposed to give it to you for safekeeping.
Oh, what is this, Gene? Looks like a receipt from the state bank.
That's exactly what it is, gentlemen. A receipt for $20,000. I couldn't beat banking hours and bring the bandit with his loot back here first, so I went direct to Quincy.
The robber, Autry, where is he?
He's cooling his heels in Quincy, gentlemen. Leastwise, that's a guarantee from the Marshal of Quincy for his safe custody.
What's his name?
John Doe, it says here.
Well, that's because he was so stingy with his information.
Didn't talk at all, huh?
Well, nothing to speak of as yet. But there's nothing for you to worry about, Harlow. Your $3,000 is safe. Well, gentlemen, I guess we've done all we can do here, so, Pat, we got to get out to the ranch. We've got a lot of cows to milk. So long.
So long.
What's got into your head, Gene? You won't find no cows to milk that away.
I got an idea. Harlow's heading for a cabin out around Buzzard Pass. Come on, I haven't got time to explain to you.
Well, it's a long way around home, but all right.
Guess we'll beat Harlow here, all right. Looks just like I left it. You better hide your horse and keep an eye on the cabin. I'm gonna ride back to the top of the peak and watch for Harlow.
But what about the feller you left hog-tied?
He'll keep.
Now, you stay here. I'm sneaking down to have a look for myself.
What do you want? Who sent you?
Nobody sent me. Took 6 months of smelling my way here. You don't know a fella called Harlow, do you?
Maybe. What do you want him for?
He left me holding a bag once. Ran out with all our loot while I spent 2 years in state's prison. Wasn't him that hogtied you, was it?
No. I suspect him, the one who did, is in cahoots somehow. There's going to be $20,000 split.
20,000 where?
In Buzzard Pass, where I left it.
Well, you're gonna lead me to it, quick.
Might as well pull out the other one. Toss me your gun. And that, gentlemen, is what 3 men lost their lives for. That's all Harlow had on that buckboard.
Just plain washers.
But what about the real money, the $20,000?
It went to Quincy on the stagecoach. I knew from the start Harlow was trying to pull something sharp, but I couldn't say anything about it. The county needed that $3,000, and I didn't want to discourage his generosity.
So you pulled a switch?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was a double switch. Well, folks, that finishes our story for today. But I've just thought of a swell story for next week. During the week, of course, I hope that you keep enjoying delicious double mint gum. Well, Champ and I'll be seeing you, won't we, Champ? Meantime, folks, treat yourself to delicious, refreshing double mint chewing gum often. You like that smooth, pleasant chewing, and you like that cool, refreshing double mint flavor, same as I do. And now, so long, folks.
Be sure to see Gene Autry and Champion in a feature-length picture at your local theater.